And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Oh, okay, cool. Pretty cool to
I
have.
shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Oh, Sir Tyler, that's
Thank you,
probably
Sir
him.
Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer,
Son of the
for
Fargo.
thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh my god, he can't believe it.
My dear boy, it's really you.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, the Fargo. It might be definitely a good idea.
You always always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a
I
favor
can't
to
see.
ask
What
of
was that?
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But Uncle,
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
Why you cannot use it?
Go on, sit.
Is it not a link or what?
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Because I have BBTV emotes. Well, that one it presented as a link.
So you
though.
arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since
Yeah,
becoming viceroy,
you gotta
Annabella
actually
has
send me a
been
link in a DM.
constant
I'll
thorn
see
in
it.
Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
so he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria.
Oh,
The nation will be forever in your debt.
let me add to the channel. Okay, add it to the
It's
channel.
been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's such a nice to reunite with an uncle. Oh, he's hilarious. What happened to Jillian? What's wrong with her? Typical uncle, yeah.
Over there. Go on.
Over there, over there.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung a sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Lol, Pim. Uh, this was funny, dude. Like, I can choose where I want to go. Like, what the fuck, man?
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old Tones. See?
Think I'll stick to the unfoul.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one from spit roasts to sweetmeats. This book has them all.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then...
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of, but you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's stew. The only problem is that while the recipe... A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of us.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
This one. I gotta get this shit, man. I gotta get it. What's this? Let me see this. Judgment Bolt, bro. Aerial blood. It's sick. Sick! I got it. Adds a third limited break gauge if I master this one. Hold on. Hello, master sent any icon. Okay. So I need to get this one to master because I need the more gauge.
Typical nobles.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
of the
billets being
Guardians of the
posted
Flame?
every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. But normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit?
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh no, that's still me. It's just I still catalogue every item that arrives. Is everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Here you are. You earned this.
Okay.
All done?
When I talk in my mic, I hear myself in my headphones. Turn off the... Do you have open OBS? You probably had turned on the monitoring and output. You have to turn that off. Or you should go to the settings, sound settings, and actually take a look into the what was the name of the option?
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
You turn it somewhere on to listen to yourself, basically, on your headphones.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Okay, good. You fix it?
I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right, we're going.
Interesting side quest.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right
Okay,
I am.
finally.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think
What's
Blackthorn
up,
cared for it
Bob
the way he
shit?
turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Next all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Well, if it's hot lady for you, you can have it. And I don't want to interrupt your taste for ladies. No, thank you, mate. Thank you for your concern and fuck off. I don't get it. How the fuck do I can only go back? Ah, here, Norwood, Westgate. Here, Norwood, Westgate. I don't get it, man. And okay, what's the thing? Here, Norwood Westgate. I don't care.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods.
Unwanted violets.
Why, you're looking for scorpion tails. Used to chuck 'em in the pot when there weren't nothing, and even if they were.
Do the scorpion...
I dare say they do.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha. Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Run like the wind. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Over here! Get him! There's more!
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Where is the motherfucking griffin? North something. Northridge? Here. And now the question is where?
It's over. Enough.
Okay, my man. I'll catch you soon. Playing Diablo 4, I assume. Hopefully.
You're finished.
Do you know where the Griffin is located, Grandmaster? Is that a Griffin? It's Raptor. Northridge, man. Fuck you.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Doesn't look like Griffin.